Hello, everyone. I'm your digital host, Carlton T. Clay, and I'm here with the Empress of Cool, Miss Karen Gordon. How are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Thank you so very much for having me today.
Thank you for being here. Thank you just for spreading your light.
Okay.
And we appreciate you, and we definitely want to celebrate you because this is Celebrate Black Excellence. So
all right.
You are definitely the definition of Black excellence.
Okay, then I'll take that. I'll receive it. I receive it. I appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. Tell us about Karen Gordon. Like, what for people who don't know who you are? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Waynesboro, Georgia, and I am a lover of all things and all people, and all good things and all good people. So, yeah. I love my city. I love all of the magic that happens in the city, and so I like to be a part of that.
And that definitely radiates. You are so, a lot of people may not know who you are because you are so behind the scenes with a lot of things, but you are definitely like, we like to call you the unofficial mayor of Augusta.
The unofficial
mayor. I mean,
I like it.
Of course, respect to Mayor Johnson, but
all respect
to Mayor Johnson. But you are definitely the unofficial for years.
That. For years, yeah. I've been working hard on that. I've been trying to get that official unpaid position. Yes, I love it.
I did call you the Empress of Cool. How did you get that nickname? Like, where did that come from?
I believe that nickname came from Gary Dennis at the Jesse Norman School.
Okay.
So I've known him for a long time. And he started calling me the Empress of Cool, and I was like, yeah, that is who I am. I received that as well. So yeah, because I'm kind of cool, not a whole lot bugs me, and I am royalty. I mean, come on, so.
I love it.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah. It fits you. Like, like I said, I know the first time I met you, it was just your presence. It was just, it definitely fits you, so.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
You're so sweet. You're so sweet.
Now let's talk about you. Again, you have so many things going on. Again, you said you love your city. You're so involved with everything here, and a lot of things here in Augusta. You have Growing Augusta. So that's your baby. Can you please tell us about Growing Augusta and how that got started?
Yeah, so Growing Augusta came about as a way for me to kind of combine some of the things that I enjoy doing. Of course, I started Garden City Jazz many moons ago, and Garden City Jazz is still happening, although on a smaller scale. But during the pandemic in 2020, when music wasn't happening so much, I really threw myself into growing food, into gardening, into planting. And so we had a couple partners and I already had won a grant to do a series of concerts on Black-owned farmland. And so we called that particular thing Soul and Soil, but we had to change the name because there's another Soul and Soil somewhere. So we called it Growing Augusta.
Okay.
And then we added arts, agriculture, and agency, just to get a little alliteration going there.
Yeah.
But those are things that we really enjoy doing. Of course, I'm really into the arts. Ag was the growing piece, and agency is something that fits. It's something that I take very seriously. I'm very adamant about having agency over my decisions, having agency, being able to participate in my community. So that's kind of where that comes in at.
Awesome. And again, I said you have so many hats in the fire. You got your hands on so many things. You're also the publisher of Urban Pro Weekly.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so talk about that, like, get into that position, becoming over that, and how you're transitioning the publication, because you're doing such great things with it. So
thank you. I was approached by, well, first of all, I love UPW. I always have. And the founder, Fred Benjamin, I love him, have for quite some time. And so when he was considering retiring from the newspaper, he asked me if I would consider taking it over. And this was also towards the end of 2020. A lot of stuff went down in 2020, right?
Yes.
Especially in the media. And I thought it was really important that if this particular arm of media in the community, that was so embedded in the community, were to go away, then who would tell our stories, right? And who can tell our stories better than us?
Absolutely.
So I said, well, I don't know nothing about birth no babies. I don't know nothing about the newspaper business, but I'll try it. And so we've been doing pretty well. We're in the. I got my eyes on you. I'm watching you with the digital transition. So we're doing some of that as well.
Okay.
And figuring out what this particular part of media is going to look like going forward. But the most important thing is that we tell our stories and that we own our stories and that we let the younger folks know, hey, this what you're doing, what you're seeing right now is not new. It's new-ish, but some of these things have happened before. And so if we know about those things, we know our history, we won't repeat the mistakes we've made previously.
Absolutely. What have you learned since becoming a publisher? Like, what lessons have you learned?
Oh man, so many. The main thing is that, we say that print is dying. In some ways, it's changing. The news is changing, the delivery systems are changing, but information is still power. That's one thing that is being constantly reinforced. Information is power, and your self-image is everything. So, but what I learned about the newspaper business, it is hard work, but the people who know how to do it, like Fred Benjamin, make it look so easy. And he's still on the team. He does all the heavy lifting. I'm so grateful for him. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work.
It does, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does.
Now I want to talk to you because we had my good friend Dorian Harris on here on
Yes.
Celebrate Black Excellence, and we talked about Food Truck Family Friday.
Did you now?
Yes, we did. He told me a
Okay.
story about how you got him involved.
Yes.
Now you have something else that you're a part of, Food Truck Family Friday.
Yes, sir.
Now how did that come about?
So I got a good friend, Karen Gordon,
Yes.
who I joke with because every time she calls me, I always end up with more work on my plate. Originally I was just supposed to create the flyer for the actual event. Then she approached me about promoting. Then it got to a point where I'm organizing the event.
Okay. So can you talk about that? Because he said he was originally just doing flyers, and then now all of a sudden he is,
See, let me
doing it.
See, what had happened was, I have to tell you, he is telling the truth.
Okay.
So he was doing flyers. Mayor Johnson had already had a Friday gathering event going on. He said, I want to do food truck. I want to do it once a month. Okay. And I said, okay, yeah, sure. And then I called Dorian. I said, yeah, let's do can you make me a flyer for food truck? Can we get together? Can we talk about it? Can we get Jamie on the team too? And because they're the folks who make things happen, right? I don't know if you know that. Yourself too. You are too. But he made the flyer, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's get. And every time he did something, I asked him to do something else. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I got you. I'll be there with you to support you. And I was like, I just kind of eased on in the background, under the table a little bit. I was like, you got it. Whatever you need, I got you. But I also said to him, I did watch the episode. I can't remember whether he said this, but I said to him, I said, I could try it, right? Like I said, I'll try it.
Right.
But I can't do it like you're gonna do it. And that's the truth,
I like
right?
how you finessed it.
Oh yeah, well, it was the truth. It was the truth. I ain't lied, not one time. But he's doing a great job with it. We fight all the time about it. We go, but just about some of the logistical things, and because we're doing the South Augusta Farmers Market in that same area.
Got you.
That same building, well, it's no more, but in that same area. So we're collaborating on some things. I'm doing the market with my team, and he's doing the food truck event.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's crazy great. Like, I think it's only been happening for about a year and a half, and it has grown tremendously.
Yes, we see that, definitely.
And let me tell you another reason why Dorian had to do it.
Okay.
Because if I would have done it, then I would have had people that I would have reached out to people that I know, right? I mean, the community, right?
Yeah.
But people that I know that are in my network. Dorian touches everybody, right? Dorian appeals to everyone, even if people don't know. Yeah. But Dorian appeals to everyone, and that target demographic it is, I think, is what South Augusta needed. We needed to see that. We needed to see those folks out in front, moving, shaking, and taking pride in what we're doing.
Absolutely.
In South Augusta.
Absolutely.
It had to be Dorian. Couldn't have been nobody else.
Absolutely. Well, I just want to say congratulations again just on all the great things that you're doing here in the city. Your imprint is so magnificent.
Thank you.
It is. It truly is. And I just think it's important that you get your flowers.
Thank you.
Yes.
I want to acknowledge this other group of folks that I have not mentioned. I've mentioned the South Augusta Farmers Market.
Yes.
I mentioned Growing Augusta and what I've done, what I personally have done in the ag. But we've been doing some work with Black farmers in the region.
Okay.
And the folks who are growing our food, keeping us healthy. Who are maintaining ownership of land. Those are some of the other conversations that we're having, kind of behind the scenes, because you don't really, that's not sexy at all, right? But these are folks who are sustaining community in really meaningful ways, and so that's like I said, that's some of the grunt work we're doing. But we're also focusing that, concentrating that in South Augusta. That's where most of our farmers and landowners, Black landowners, are.
Okay.
And so we want to make sure that that we look out for them, that we protect them as well, and that we elevate them too, and of course tell their stories.
Absolutely. And it may not be sexy or whatever, but it's important. It's vastly important.
It is very
So thank you
important.
so much for highlighting that and sharing that. So Karen Gordon, what's next for you? What you got coming next?
I want to continue to make magic happen, especially in South Augusta, South Richmond County. I want to continue to do some collaborative work, creative collaborations. That's kind of what my focus is. With this health thing that I'm dealing with right now, I've had to take some time and just kind of sit down a little bit. And so without being out running around so much, I've had some time to reflect and to choose and to make different choices about where I place my energies.
Yes.
Still going to be out, still going to be in the community, but kind of pull back a little bit and working, like I was telling someone, working smarter, not harder, but mainly amplifying other people's voices, just like you're doing.
Awesome.
I'm trying to be like you. For real, though.
Listen, no, you are the inspiration behind people like me and other people that are doing things. So it's an all circle thing. It's like you said, it's community, right?
Community.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes. What words of advice could you give someone who wants to be the change? 'Cause a lot of times we talk about be the change that you want to see. What words of advice could you give someone who wants to just get involved?
Start by, I'm so glad you asked that question. That was one of my blog posts. To volunteer regularly, support small businesses. I watched the commission meeting yesterday and then went back and watched some of the other ones just to kind of see what's happening. Vote, register to vote, those kinds of things. Go to meetings. It's there's a lot, and those things also are not flashy. They require some time. But it's an investment in your community. It's an investment in yourself.
Absolutely.
You find ways to enrich your own life by being involved in the community.
Absolutely.
So, and having, just community itself has been really important for me in my recovery. I'm still in it, but without my support system, and that is my immediate family, my siblings, my farmer folks. They look out for me. I had a young lady, a farmer, brought me some collard greens yesterday. Child, let me, folks are looking out for. So having that community, even when I'm going through this right here, it feels like I'm in the middle of the storm. So much is going on, but I'm protected because of community. I don't know if that answered your question, but it sounded good when I said it.
No, it was perfect. It was perfect. Great way to end this conversation. Thank you so much for your time. If people want to reach out to you or follow your journey, how can they do so?
You can find me on social at Karen Gordon, Or grow in Augusta.
Okay.
Grow in Augusta. I'm out here in these streets.
Come on. Well, Karen, thank you so much for being here today. We definitely appreciate you taking the time out to talk with us, and thank you for just being Black excellence.
Thank you. You're so kind. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. I am Carlton T. Clay. This is Celebrate Black Excellence, where we celebrate Black excellence every day. Have a good one.